Well, everything about making videos is a learning, and I think I've learned an important thing here. Um, I have been doing long, detailed videos, and I think the key is to do some detailed, but then also do a real quick summary of what the videos are. Today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and list all the videos I've done with an image, put these together, and then I'm going to scroll this into a video where when I play the video, I can explain or speak about the video just real quickly. But this part right here, there'll be a little bit in the beginning. Now this part will be good, but from here on I'll do a speed draw and a regular detailed version of what I'm making. First I want to take and stack all these images. This would be a bottom image because it's the very bottom one. The very bottom one. So now I take this one and go and cut it. Okay. Edit, cut. And I'm going to paste it on top of this one. I'm going to paste it as a new layer. And there it is on top. See, there underneath, and there's that. Okay, now I'll go to the next one. I'll copy it. Then I'll go back to the first one, and I'll paste it as a top layer. Paste it as a new layer. Then I go to this one, and I really should cut them. That way I don't reuse them. Okay. Paste as a new layer. And then the top one. Cut it and paste it as a new layer. Now, when I look at this, here's my list of videos. The last one, the last group, and as I go down, I can look at the different videos. Now what I want to do is make them into one big long image. But first, I've got to crop it. That's why I stacked them, because now the first one I crop will be the same as everything I do. Now I got to take a look first and see if I crop this. Can I crop it as a 1280 by 720? What happens when I try that? I think my cropping is too big. Let's see. No, that'll work. That'll work. For my first, that'll work. That'd be my first cropping. It'll work. Okay, I'm going to take my image and crop the selection. So there, I've got that part. Now I want to crop this part again. And I would like to find a proportion of 1280 by 720. But I'm not going to really worry about it. I shouldn't really worry about that. Let me see what I can visually do to guess a proportion. This will be distorted some, but it really doesn't matter for how I'm going to use it. Oh, I know what I can do. Okay, select none. I'm going to select this inner part. Oh, look what I did. I had it fixed. So it automatically wanted to do that large one. Select none. I'm going to select this. Come on, let me select you right. Okay. Bring it in a little bit. Invert that. Select invert. And delete it. In every layer. Delete, delete, delete. Now I'm going to take this and stretch it up to that corner. in every one of these. So I take that image and I draw it up to the corner. And once I do the first one, I can look at my numbers and do the same with the other. $1440 by $798. So I can do this one. 1440 by 798. And then I can slide that up there, and I should have my whole image in it. Okay, there it is. And then do the next layer. I probably can just drag it. It'll be close enough if I drag it without trying to write my numbers in there. 1440 by 798. I'm off by 2 pixels on my drag. Select. Okay, and then we go to the next one. $1440 by 798. Fine, let me slide that over just a little bit. My 2 pixels over. There, that's good. And the next layer. Now I've got all these images the same size. Okay, do these all to image, layer to image size, layer to image size, and make every one of them the layer the same size as what the image is. Okay, layer to image size. Now, this is 720 height on one of them. So I'm doing 5 times the 720. So let's see, that'd be 36. 3,600 high. So we're going to do the image canvas size at 3,600. Keep the width the same. Oh, wait a minute, 3,600 for the height, 3,600 for height. And we'll keep the width at 1280. And you see everything is centered. They're all on top of each other right now. So that's what's happening. So that's fine. So there's the first layer. Now let's take this second layer. We'll keep the first layer visible. I should have not have made it where you can't see it. You want to be able to see every layer. That way I can actually see what I'm doing as I'm dragging these down. And then to go to this layer, I'm going to drag it down. Where's my drag? There it is. Okay. Those two look fine. I'm going to merge them. Now I'm going to go to my next layer and I'm going to drag it down below all that. So here's the drag. Let me bring it on down. There it is. All the way down. Lined up. What you can't do by the mouse, you can do with your arrow key, and it will move it a pixel at a time. That's how do you get your details. I can take now, I like that, so I can merge that down. Let's go to the next layer. So we have room for 2 more down there. Let's take the next one and drag it down. Just behind. I should have done that so you could see it's behind everything. But I've got to leave that on. I've got to leave the top layer on so I know where to line it up with. And we'll drag it down here. Oop, I just got that. Okay. And there it is lined up. We'll take that and merge it down. Now we're to one more. Now if I turn this off, you'll see what I'm doing here. This is really way up here at the top. And I've got to drag that all the way down to the bottom. I'm doing this just so you can see. I turned the top layer off just so you can see what's going on here. And there's the bottom layer coming down. And I'll put that clear down to the very bottom. And it should be, once it's at the very bottom, if I figured it right, it'll be exactly lined up with you. Well, not exactly, because I actually, I think I overlapped them a little bit. And there's the top one. There, see, I did overlap them a little bit, so I can drag this up now. Line it up right. And there we have one big image. It's 1280 by 3600. Now I got that little red line on the edge. I'm going to scoot that red line off. I'm going to move all these. I'm going to center them. And should I center them or should I just drag them over? If I drag them over, I'm able to wind up with pixelize them a little bit. So I might, I'll just drag it over. Okay, right there. Those look centered. And I don't have the red mark. And let's put a bottom layer in. In case this isn't exactly black, it looks like it, but that doesn't mean it is. I'm going to do that to get a color sample and then paint the back layer. And there it is. One big image with everything on it. Now, should I do something fancy up on top just so everybody can see something fancy up on top? Yes. Let me make it a little bit longer. I'm going to add another 720 to the top, and the top will be my thumbnail. Okay, so we're going to go to Image, Canvas Size, and I'm going to add another 720 to my height, which will make that 4220. Resize it. Oh no, I did my canvas height. Okay, I got my canvas height, but I want it down to bottom. I want it to top. So let me drag all these down. Take this in. Merge it down, and I'm going to drag all this down to the bottom. That way I can make my thumbnail at the very top. And we'll do that at layer to image size and drag it down. Now the very top image is empty, and this will be my thumbnail. Okay, I'm going to do this and say layer to image size, everything's the same, and I'll make a thumbnail right here. Okay, now, and see, I'll save this part separately so I can use it as a thumbnail, but also when I scroll, it will show as being the first image on there. I'm wondering what I'm going to do with this 100% for sure. If it's going to be a slow scroll or whether I'll just snap from one image to another. But I think I want to do this scroll. I think it'll be more fun and a little more unique. Let me go to some of my paint brushes I have here, and I'm going to paint this background black. We got to scoot that down so I can paint that background black. And I'll go back up here and add a layer. I want to add a layer because I don't want to draw on this right away until I know what I like here, and also make it easier to pull off to use as a thumbnail. Let's use a couple of the brushes I made that if anybody's seen the ones in the past. Let's see, I've got a paintbrush that I made with a flower that I thought was kind of neat. There's a big flower. Okay, look at that. That's a big one. I'm gonna do that one, but I want it smaller. Okay, let's do this easy. Go to brush size, take it down. I want to take it down that much. There you go. There's one. And there's one. Now let's do some letters that can match that color somewhat. So I'll get a paintbrush and I'll get some of that lighter color right there, and I'll use that to do my lettering. MyLinuxToyBox. You know, I shouldn't use this letter style because the way YouTube does it is there are upper and lowercase letters. So when I write my name, I don't want that name all in uppercase. I want it so when you look at it, if you typed it, would do it. Okay, so I'm going to slide this to the bottom. I'm going to do the video list. And summary. It's a video list and summary because I'm going to talk about it as this scrolls. So there's a video list and summary right there. And let's resize that. There we go. We'll resize it, mash it up with the other letter on top. Okay. I wish that was a little sharper. I'm going to do that in another layer. That way I can sharpen it up. Oh, I can sharpen up now. Let's see if I take my tools and enhance it. Use an unsharpened mask. That's okay. I wish there was another layer there, so I'll just cut it. And I'll make another layer. And I'll paste it in place. I'm going to turn that into a new layer. So that's a new layer. Now if I select everything in it, select it. Everything in it, that's an individual. That selects individual items. I want to select all that lettering in that layer. And notice I'll turn these off so you can see that. That's the layer that has the lettering in. And I'm going to paint that so there's no blurred edge to it. Because when I enlarged it, I gave it a bit of a blur. It just happens when you change the size of an image. And let's raise that brush up. And I can do that. And that will take any blur away from it. And then if I take that and I go select invert and delete, I delete anything outside of that edge. So I should have a very clean, crisp edge now. Select none. And if we look at this and I zoom in, let's see if it really is. Yes, it's better. All you see pixelized is what really and truly is pixelized in there. There's no blur. It's either purple or black. There's no in-between colors from resizing. When you resize, the nature of a resize sometimes adds a blur in there to just because of the technique of resizing. Okay, now we can merge that one down. That's okay. I don't want to make a top one. And I've got to change my font on the top one because I want to do the MyLinuxToyBox up here, but I want it to be the same case of letter that you see in the that YouTube uses. So I need something that shows upper and lowercase letters. Right there, that looks like one. That looks like a good one. Let's try that and see what it does. Okay. Yeah, upper and lowercase letters. You know, I still find myself sometimes using the term MyLinuxToyBox because I was going to do that. That was going to be the name. And it made me think that, it made me think of work. I don't want toolbox as work. And this isn't work. So I just say it's not a toolbox, it's a toy box. And MyLinuxToyBox, and there we go. And that one there I can merge down. And let's do something. Let's see, I can merge that down. How far can I merge it down? I can merge these three here down. That can be merged down too, can't I? Let's see. Let me try it. Oh, then I'll lose my black background. Let me take and merge this down. Merge down. Merge down. Put a blank layer. And let's frame this out. I don't have my fixed check, so I'm not going to wind up with a 1280 by 720 square. And let's see what we can do here with a background on it. I think that'll work fine. Okay, there's that layer, and what would be a nice color? Since we have green in there, let's pick a green. I'm going to go here. That's where my color is. See my color green in there? I've got to go to the letter of the color I want to get, click my tool there, and get a green. So there's the green. Then go down to this layer, and I want to paint it. So there's the green, so it matches my leaves. Select shrink. Let's do a big shrink here. Let's shrink this by 12. Give a nice border in there. And delete it. Shrink it by 12. Shrink by 12. And we'll paint it again. Then we'll go back and shrink by 12. And delete it. Okay, now to make that a little more readable, it might be better to remove the line from behind there. So let's go and remove the line by the box. I'll make that a little easier to read. Remove it here. Easy to read. Go select none. I think the images are okay. I think the images are okay. But it might be nice if there was a small black outline around them. So how am I going to do that? How am I going to do that? I'm going to go back up here. This is where this is at. Yep. I'm going to go back up here and double that layer. And I'm going to get rid of everything. Everything. Except for the two flowers. Delete that. And delete that. And select none. Now I'm going to select everything in that layer. I'm going to invert it. And then I'm going to increase it. Grow by 6. Now I'm going to paint that black. I'm looking here to be 100% sure that's what I want to do. And it is. Okay, I'm going to paint that black. Now I'm going to shrink it by 6. And delete. Now, when I put these all together, I think there, see, it's got a little bit of a black outline to separate the flower from the border. That to make the flower stand out. And that to me is everything. So this is how you make the image. Now I would use FFmpeg to scroll that image and turn it into a video. And here is my thumbnail up on top. I'm going to use this for the video, so I'm going to save it. Export as vid file. Ping. And I'm going to save it into my screen captures, where I usually keep my graphics that I'm working on. And I'm going to take and cut the top part. And this time I will use it as a thumbnail, a 1280 by 720. And I'm going to take this top piece and copy it and paste it as a new image. Well, that didn't work, did it? No, because I didn't merge it down. Oh my goodness. Okay. Merge down and merge down. So there's what I want to copy. Edit, copy, edit, paste as a new image. And I think I want to do that. I'll keep it in black. I wasn't sure if I want it in black or not, but I've got my black outline on there, so it's pretty much what I should do. And let's reduce the size a little bit. Video list and summary, that'll be one video right there. That'll be one thumbnail. And the other one will be a summary, because I'll run all this real fast and do it. Okay, export as thumbnail. The thumbnail we'll call video list. And summary.jpg. Okay. And then we're going to do a real short one of this. So I've got to take and merge this down. Merge down. And add a layer. And in this layer, we'll write summary and make this gaudy so everybody can see it. Okay, first we'll do a, let's do it in a star. People like stars. And they really do. It's not just a thing I made up. People like stars. Because I found out on my videos, things where I wrote things in stars, it gets noticed more than when I don't use a star. And if I push Control, I can close that circle in. Look, I did that again. Oh, I don't believe I did that. Do I have my anchor points? Maybe I have anchor points still made up here. I don't think so. Huh. Okay, let's do that. Redo that path. And I can't even back up and get it back. Oh my God. Okay. That's ugly looking. Oh my God. How come everything's getting out ugly here? Let me see if I can move that. Let me move it. Move that one in. Okay, look at that. They do move. Now you had an exercise in moving. And I can join them right there. And really select from path. And paint that yellow. And then inside of that, select none. Then inside of that, I'm going to write summary. I'll put another layer. And I'll write the word summary in red. Oh my God, it's so gaudy and un-art-like. But who cares? If it gets attention, that's what's supposed to be what it is, huh? Okay, what I call that video? Oh my God, I gotta go back and look at this name. Oh, there it is, video list and summary. Video list and summary. Video list and summary short. Video. Okay, let me move this over here. Here we go. And I should have changed the size of it. Select A. Video list and summary. Good. Let me see if I can shrink it this way. Yes, okay. And move it inside of that star. Does it fit? Oh, barely. Okay, resize. Now it'll fit. Video list and summary. Good. Now I can take that and merge it down, merge it down, merge it down. And I think I'll throw it on a little bit of a canter here. Put that. Rotate. And now if we shrink it, it'll actually put a skew to it. Okay? Nice. It's one of those things that when you see it, you're going to have to click it. See, I'd say, oh my God, I got to click that. That looks so neat with that big freaking star in there. I got to click it. Okay, we're going to export as the short. Thumbnail. So this is the graphics part done. This is finished. Now we've got that image, we're ready to take that image and turn it into a scrolling image as a video. We're going to take FFmpeg and use it Now what I'm telling it right here is to take and loop the image vid file ping. That's that long file we had. Use the video filter. Now the video filter does a couple things. One, it crops it. It will crop it at 720. Then it will make another image on where that was at and advance it by 1/200th. I'm using 1/200th of the length of that video, of the length of that image. The reason I'm going 1/200th is I want it to be 200 seconds long. And here I limit the 200 seconds, 200 seconds in the video, so it doesn't go any longer than that. This PIX format right here says I've got a ping image, use that ping image, and turn that into a vid file. The R25 is the rate of the pixel rate of the video. Not the pixel rate, oh my god, the frame rate of the video. But this 200 here, what it does, it takes that whole height and do the whole height of the entire vid file. Will take 3 minutes, actually 3 minutes and 20 seconds. And over here I limit to 3 minutes and 20 seconds. And when I do this, this will make the file. And I really don't think it will take too. And I'm not going to do it at this moment, but later I will redo this, and at the same time this video is playing, I will speak and do all the explanation I want to do. Now this is playing a video inside of the player, so what I've got to do is take the video that's playing in my player, then overlay the text that I'll be speaking while I watch the video. There's no way I can watch that video and put that text on at the same time. So I've got to play it in a player, watch it, and then speak, and overlay my MP3 voice onto the video. And this is how it's done. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy this video and have learned how you can make a scrolling video with all the explanation.